Sounds like.
Hello, folks. 6:30 here. And with that, I will call to order the City of Orinoco's Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for this evening, Thursday, March 5th, 2026. And roll call, I'm Kathy Brandt Rucker, John Evans.
Here.
Brant Koser.
Here.
Jim Phillips.
Here.
Scott Sorensen.
Here.
Daniel Spring.
Here.
And we currently have one open position. Staff, Evan Munson.
Good evening.
Joe Palin.
No, Evan does it for Joe.
Okay, and Jason Baker.
Here.
Thank you. Next up, approval of the agenda for the evening. Does anybody have any changes to the agenda?
Make a motion to approve the agenda. Second.
We've got a first, we've got a second. All in favor of the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, agenda is set for this evening. We don't currently have any meeting minutes to add, so we will move on to the public hearings or petition section, and we have a signed petition for 230 Minnesota Avenue North. And with that, Evan, I see, since you are on, you did submit a letter to us for this, and we've got some documentation to go along with that. Is that something you would cover for us? Just the background on that?
Yeah, so I'll keep it pretty simple and quick, but as you see, there's a letter dated, I believe, February 18th, noting that they are putting up two signs. One of the signs doesn't meet the definition of a sign under our code, so it doesn't need a permit or anything from the city. The other sign does require a permit, and due to the fact that it's along Minnesota Avenue, it's within what's called a historic sign zone. And so that means you guys, as the Planning and Zoning Commission, get to review and technically approve or deny the sign request. So obviously, if you see any issues with the sign, this is the time to speak up. Mel did send the, I believe, plans on February 18th as well to you guys via email. So if you guys need a graphic, I can definitely pull it up on the screen here as well.
Yeah, why don't you, could you pull that up?
Yeah, give me 30 seconds here to get that up for you. But yeah, there is sign requirements in city code. It's actually in a different code than the zoning code. So if you're going through the zoning code wondering why you don't see sign requirements, that's why. But
And I believe that
There you
the
go.
fact that there's that extra sign section has been discussed in the past, either rewrite
mhm,
or rewrite it a whole new section of code someplace that would go to the council instead, or just
correct. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull up the plans here on my end, but yeah, going through the code, the sign meets the city's current requirements. Obviously, if there's anything that you guys see design wise, that's really kind of the purpose of the overlay zone. So
Do you
if
have a
I
design? I
share,
haven't even seen what
Can
the
you
sign
share
looks
that?
like.
one of the two signs is the old one that used to be on the corner over there, that's kind of old, historic looking, that one that was the woman. That would go up when there was a road to Mazeppa that's now closed off. Used to be on that corner. That was one of the two.
okay, so you might be able to see my screen now.
Yeah,
Yes.
there we go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So the top here, this is the sign that would go on the front of the building.
All right.
It's pretty basic, obviously, it has the name of the business and everything. And the old sign here is what's being proposed to be on the north side of the building. So doesn't meet our definition of a sign because it doesn't have the name of the business. It's not advertising, anything in particular. So this doesn't need a permit, but obviously he included it because he was under the presumption it
You
might
gotta
trigger
do
a
that one
permit.
too?
It's already done. That one is the
Yep.
historic one that used to sit on the corner over there. Mazeppa had a sign painting festival international contest years ago,
Okay.
and they
I
made
knew
all
that.
these. So that was the one Orinoco ended up with.
Yeah, so this is technically the sign that you guys get to approve. And so you see the drawing here on the top.
Yeah.
They have a mock here in the middle, and then obviously some other sign details there. So, and
Yeah.
obviously, in your packet there is a resolution. So if you guys want to approve the sign, there is that resolution in the packet, and you can just approve per that resolution because that has findings and conditions in there. So we did all the busy work for you.
So I do have a question on that.
Mhm.
This sign is gonna be lit. Is there
Correct.
through this, 6 feet by 3 feet, okay. A lot of other resolutions or other conditions we put on things are, when can things be illuminated, not illuminated? I know when we did the sign that was out on the bus place out there,
Mhm.
that was one of the things is, it shouldn't be backlit or should be lit, but if it is lit, and this one looks like it's designed to be lit,
Mhm.
anything that says after a certain time at night, it should be shut off. Or
There's
not.
there's nothing in your code, but if you guys want to put some sort of condition that maybe after midnight, they shut off or after 10, it's up to you guys. I don't have any
Oh,
issues or
I'm trying
qualms
to
with
read.
that.
What's the size of this one?
3 feet by 6 feet,
18 square feet.
so 6 feet wide, 3 feet tall.
Yep.
Well, I'm sitting over here looking at Waterworks right now, okay? And, he's got lights that are underneath it right now. Was wondering why you want to have it lit if it's gonna show up that way with what you have, or does he turn those lights off?
No,
No, looks
I
nice.
think he just wants to have it look nice and
yeah,
is willing to pay for having the backlight.
I'm not against the other, I'm just trying to figure out if
Mhm.
it's gonna be backlit that there is behind it, is it gonna be neon or just backlit? Cause if it's backlit, it'd probably be done with vinyl, I'd like to know a little bit more about what it is that way.
Yeah, so based on what he had submitted as front lit, so it would be I believe the actual electrical would be in the logo itself, so it wouldn't have the
So
light
then-
behind it.
so it's the letters are below.
Yep, correct.
It's either gotta be backlit if that's what you're trying to do it, or. Oh, okay, or neon, one or the other, those are the only two ways you can do it, backlit or neon.
Any other questions, discussions? So that was my only question, is if anybody wanted to consider putting, because that's something we had talked about with the bus place and we've talked about as other things have come through, is if, and he can certainly turn it off earlier than he wants, but if that's something, it's not clearly right there, residential right across the street, it's City Hall here, so I'm not overly concerned.
Do we require Schaefer to turn their signs off?
Don't
I
think there's
can't.
anything, yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm not asking about, no, I was just trying to figure, what it is and the way it's gonna be on it.
Yeah.
Well, am I against Mike, advertising his business? No, not at all, I'm trying to look too, and.
And in the packet, and also posted on the website, on the city's website, there is a sample resolution we could use if we so wanted to approve, or we could write one if we wanted to deny as well, so.
Mhm.
I don't have a problem with it at all.
no.
So if anybody would want to make a motion to use the sample resolution, I would certainly accept a motion.
I would motion for us to do that. Use the
Use the
sample.
approval.
Yep.
Is there a second?
So
Second, thank you. Any more discussion? Any more discussion? All in favor of the resolution as drafted earlier, that's included with our packet information and posted out there, please say aye. Anyone opposed, same sign? Okay, this would move forward then as passed by the planning and zoning. And I believe, does this then go to council, or this one just goes right back to the city?
This is just before you guys, so obviously since you approved it, they can get the permit from the city now.
Forward. All right. Next up,
do we need to change that to?
yeah, instead of as a recommendation, the
Yeah.
city is gonna be just as a motion and we've approved it and
Okay.
passed it. It's a resolution.
We'll just update that in minutes if we.
Mhm.
Yep, so instead of it's a recommendation to city council, this is a resolution from planning and zoning, and this goes back to the city as approved by us. All right, new business, we have Matchbox Farms, and there was some information. We don't have a public hearing. I don't know if we will ever have a public hearing from what I'm read on this one, but it sounds like we have somebody who is looking to create a cannabis business, not open to the public, but a grow business in one of the commercial buildings in town here with the intent to grow, but to bring the product that's being grown to a store in Albert Lee
Right.
is the gist I got out of that. And I don't know if anybody has anything else to add to that than what little I was able to read.
And it's all being controlled by the county and also by the state.
Yeah.
So all the security, everything else that there is, and
There's some
what needs to
pretty,
be done is all governed by.
because there's some
county
pretty
and state.
stringent security requirements if you're gonna grow inside or outside.
Yeah, because it looked like they were eventually gonna be doing outside as well.
That's what I saw
You
too.
know, so, I mean, that's where I think the security is gonna be a little bit stronger than what it's gonna be on the inside. You know, and I mean, it's over to the side that I don't think it's gonna bother anybody, and unless you're going along the side over there, you wouldn't even,
Everybody, if you're wondering or watching along at home, it's where the old Sistine Boutique was,
Yeah.
that section over there on the frontage road on the west side. So, I don't know, it's just,
yeah, no, I think it's far enough out. I think that everything makes sense, and again, they've done everything right and that, so, and as long as it's being regulated by the county and the state.
seeing with what the code is today, because we have not adopted anything new yet either. But as it sits right now, and I think what the state has, how it's written, I don't know that we have the ability to say one way or
No,
another.
I just, you know, as long as it's being.
I just want to make sure everybody's aware that it's
Sure.
out there.
Yeah, because I guess that they have like, what is it, $60,000, Jason, that they've got? Or Mel was saying something about that for them to get this, that they had
Oh, yeah, there was
I mean, it's a huge down payment for what they're
Yeah.
supposed to be able to do this stuff, so.
I'm aware of it from the bank side, how the regulation runs through the state, so. It's interesting, but
Mhm.
again, just for everybody's awareness, because people could hear about this and wonder if there's a security issue. My understanding is there are some strict security requirements, but I don't have the full story there on the security side and what conversations have been had, so. And it's not gonna be open to the public. It's not gonna be a place where people can go and buy anything.
Hmm.
It is at this point strictly a growth operation, almost more ag
Mhm.
and for sale in Albert Lee.
Hmm.
So. Moving on, we have old business though, and we do have an open position. Justin is here this evening. And we did all receive your application last month. So I don't know if you want to give a speech, a word, thing, whatever you feel like doing. But feel free to introduce yourself and
Okay, I'm Justin Reisdorfer. I know some of us have had a chance to meet. We live over on the People's Co-op side, right over there. My wife and I, and we have 3 kids. Been in Orinoco for, gosh, what is it now? 12, 14 years, somewhere in there. Sorry, it kind of blends together after a while. We love the community that we live in, the small town feeling, you know, you can still see the stars outside. I grew up on a dairy farm, so you know, the way the lots are set up, everything else, a lot of value in it. And you can tell the people in the neighborhood, we take care of each other. And one of our other neighbors, he used to be on the zoning committee for a while, and it just felt like a good time for me to kind of help out, especially with my availability right now. It actually works out surprisingly. And so that's why I was asked to see if I was interested and threw my application.
appreciate it.
Yep, you're welcome. I'm volunteers.
Yeah. Any questions from anybody up front here for Justin? I know we did change officially the meeting date instead of the second Thursday, now we're at the first Thursday.
That would be fine.
So just so you're aware. But,
To Mondays in the work.
okay, with that, I would certainly entertain a motion if anybody wanted to make a recommendation that we would send an application on to council one way or the other.
I'll make a motion to approve Justin for P and Z.
Is there a second? Second, thank you. Any discussion? All in favor of approving the application and sending it on to council for their blessing, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you very much. We do meet again next month. We tend to, if we don't have public hearings or things that require a vote or action, there are months we may not meet, but we'll make sure we get your email and everything else from Jason. I believe he's got all that information too.
Sure.
But otherwise,
And then we'll go on this council meeting, but you're not required to be there for any particular reason if you don't want to be there. So if you want to come, you can.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to be, you know.
there's no
It'll
requirement to go to the
probably
council
be-
meeting.
It'll probably be halfway through the agenda, so it'll be an hour or so, and I would imagine, so.
Stan.
But yeah.
All right, you guys really sold me staying home.
No concession
You
stands.
can watch it online if you want.
Thank you, that's good.
Right. Well, with that, we have talked about, once we do get up and running and are fully staffed up here, looking to fill some of these officer positions, so something to continue to think about, and potentially next month, we'll see where we sit. But with that, moving on, minutes of the prior meeting, any update there, or just continue on and we'll see where we are next month, trying to get that backlog out of the way.
Yep.
We do have a permit report. It was also posted on the website. Was there any questions that we can send on Jason's way, or anybody may be able to answer questions? I appreciate getting that report, so thanks, Jason, and thanks, staff.
Yeah, and I suspect here in the coming months, those numbers will start to pick up again. I do know that the Dragon development, that's still on point to break ground this summer,
Okay,
spring, whenever they're gonna start breaking ground, so hopefully we can get the zoning codes approved soon and get that going, and so we'll start to see those ones at least.
good.
Did we get any more information from across from Casey's from?
Yeah, not yet.
Nope.
So
People's just, it's untitled future development sitting there, and
they're just waiting for the zoning codes. So
everybody's kind of,
limbo.
yep. And there have been some workshops with that, and there's a workshop set up for a future RFP draft. So it's some discussion on that. I don't know if anybody's had a chance to attend or seen the minutes that are posted out there. I have unfortunately been unable to attend some of those, but they are out there and available, and our job. So thank you all for working on it here and giving them something that they can actually discuss and take action on one way or the other, so.
There is another workshop for the zoning
Next
scheduled next Thursday.
6:30.
6:30.
Okay.
That one is 6:30, right?
5:30.
5:30.
Okay,
Next Thursday at 5:30. So anybody that wants to come from P and Z is welcome to attend as well.
excellent.
Grant's been the rep for P and Z for the last two meetings, so it's been good to have
Good.
an extra person on
Appreciate
there.
it.
And then the RFP stuff will start. That's probably more where we'll need more input for that.
Yep. No, it's a good business to, from time to time, take a look at contracts, especially ones that just flip over from year to year without having a deep dive into what you're getting for what you're paying. So just, since it's all our taxpayer dollars, I think it's okay to look at it now and then. It's been, I believe, 15 years, 20 years since that one's been looked at. So it's time.
Yep. Just
No.
with the input, I'm just
Yeah,
like, what we're looking for.
yeah. No.
That'll help to steer the conversation. So,
And that one is set for what date? Do you have that date handy?
Thursday afterwards.
The workshop, the
So-
19th.
So the next
it's
two
just every
Thursdays in a row.
Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday, the next 2 Thursdays, we've got meetings, so.
Maybe we can get the Girl Scouts in to sell cookies, and that'd be our concession stand for those two meetings. Anyway, sorry.
the Boy Scouts set up popcorn.
Yeah. Yes, too. All right, anything else that we need to have here for discussion this evening?
No, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I've got a second. All in favor of adjourning, say aye. Anyone opposed, same sign. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much for coming.
That was 3 hour.
Scott, I don't hear much idea, but when you show up, you're quick on the eyes.
Oh, yeah.